All right, so it's the day before 2SKO launches. You can see right here, it's currently 21 hours left. And we just got a huge news drop detailing everything about 2SKO closed beta, what's going to be in it, what's not going to be in it, when it's dropping, all that stuff. Before we start going through this post and all the patch notes and all the changes, I just wanted to remind you guys, tomorrow, or probably today when you're watching this, I'm going to be doing a subathon for 2SKO launch. It might go on like for weeks, months, I don't know. Right now, my editor will make you show the subathon list. We have a lot of different goals like chat picks hair color, going bald, the left egg returns, coaching Mango, coaching Cody, all that stuff. But yeah, if you want to tune in, I'll be live on both my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. So yeah, check it out. All right, let's get into it. So the big thing is that it starts September 9th, and it changed a lot about the game since our playtest. So here's a rundown on what to expect. About 2SKO closed beta. We're keeping 2SKO online once closed beta start, outside of any necessary maintenance. We'll be deploying our backend system at a large scale for the first time, so expect to see some bugs, but we'll improve as we go. To get the game running in this time frame, closed beta will only be available for PC. Yeah, this feels like they definitely rushed it out to get ahead of Tocom, but they have said previously that it's not going to be long. Like the beta is not going to be that long. This is the start of the full rollout of the game. After this phase, our goal is to get more and more players into 2SKO until everyone is included. We'll invite new players at the start of closed beta and while it's ongoing. So if you don't get a code tomorrow, you'll still be able to get it. You can still sign up with this link. If you played on PC in Alpha Lab 1 or 2, you're already in. If you played on console during either playtest, you also automatically have access through the Riot client on PC. Yeah, I noticed earlier today that when I opened the Riot client, let me see if this works, that it's 2SKO themed already. Oh, wait, it's gone. Yesterday, it was Blitz. Today, it's not Blitz anymore. Maybe it will change tomorrow again. Closed beta players will receive an exclusive Clanker player title at launch. No, not actually. All progress will be wiped when closed beta ends, including any ranked and champion mastery progress. Closed beta players will receive an exclusive challenger player title at launch. I wish they added something extra, but I understand why they do this. And I'm gonna sound like a shill now, but like they actually did this for Valorant too. And I think it is overall a good thing because you do invite a lot of people saying like, well, I didn't get invited to the exclusive closed beta by watching Leffen stream and when I was doing the giveaways. So I can't get, like, I'm far behind now. Everyone else is ahead of me. Like, you don't want that situation to happen where people complain that, the beta players had like not only like got more practice, but also got like actual in-game rewards. Since it is not actually open and, if you have a console, you can't do it. So yeah, I understand why. Champions. We got the new champions for the 2SKO roster for close beta. Blitzcrank, the Great Steam Golem, not Stream Golem, will be playable for the first time ever. Read their move list, the real, got that stuff. We got my react and everything. Vi, the Piltover Enforcer, will also be playable at home for the first time, coming off of her appearance at Evo 2025. Take a look at the move list. Yeah, so we're gonna go through all that stuff later. During closed beta, Ahri, Braum, Darius, Ekko, Illaoi, and Yasuo will be playable by default. Jinx, Blitzcrank, and Vi can be unlocked from the Champions tab with champion tokens or credits. This is a controversial thing, but they did confirm that you're going to get 2 unlocked tokens just for being in the tutorial. So I really don't think anyone's going to complain. There's only going to be, like, you're going to be able to choose to unlock every single champion within an hour. And then there's only one champion left to earn. And if you really want to play that last champion, you can just go offline, and offline you have access to all the characters. Champion tokens are earned from completing the first fight tutorial, and credits are earned from completing missions. Expect to see some balance and quality of life updates for each champ. Scroll to the bottom of this page or click here for detailed breakdown. New content, Champion Mastery. Yeah, so this is just like all the stuff you get when you level up. Player titles, and it seems like a lot of it's like emotes right now, and then you get the big like green 2SKO color. I hope they add more colors and stuff like that to Champ Mastery. Complete champion-specific missions to unlock unique rewards. Wait, did it say here? Oh, land 60 steamed attacks, pull in opponents 220 times with rocket grabs. In closed beta, you'll be able to earn the following items for each champion. A full set of avatar clothing. This is 5 to 7 pieces, depending on character. 4 player titles, 4 stickers, 1 animated stickers, 2 player cards, 3 champion tauns, and 1 mastery chroma. And it resets. Okay. I'll probably be playing both on my NA account and my EU account, so this, you know, I'm okay with this for now. Match replays. Oh, right. They added this stuff. Yo, Carmen-chan, thank you so much for raid.
You can rewatch any game in your recent match history.
I wonder if you're going to be able to watch games from your friends and stuff like that, or like go into the leaderboards.
Choose the match you'd like to watch. Select match history, then choose the...
Oh, it does say leaderboard, so probably, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to SEO news. Okay, so there's a tutorial. What's the... Okay, so it's tutorial, advanced lessons, play first fight. That's probably just like fighting the CPU. I hope the tutorial is good. It doesn't seem that good. Right? It's like 1, 2, 3. It's probably like 10 tutorials so far. But maybe the advanced lessons is bigger. And they expect you to basically do this and then do that. Play tutorials by selecting graduation cap at the top of the 2SKO client. Oh, yeah, dude, the fucking client looks sick now. So it'll take you to the Learn tab. There's several new tutorials in closed beta, including lessons about each fuse. Fuses are different playstyle modifiers you choose from at the beginning of each match. Some grant your team unique abilities, while others influence your team's overall strategy. As in Alpha Lab 1 and 2, Double Down, Juggernaut, and Psychic Fuse are all available by default. 2x Assist and Freestyle Fuse are now unlocked by completing their respective tutorials. Yeah, I mean, these take like 5 minutes to complete, max. Like both of them. So, yeah, it'll be fine. Modes. Offline mode. Closed beta will introduce offline modes, which are new to 2SKO. These modes are especially important for competitive events, and we're excited to get them into a tournament organizer's hands. This is so cool, by the way, because so many games would not don't let you do this, right? They don't let you get all the DLC characters for free to run a tournament. Like, I don't think you guys realize just how expensive it is to run a local or like a regional, because you actually have to spend like $140 for Street Fighter and stuff like that, right?
Select your fighters.
Dude, the roster looks so weird with Yasuo standing out here. Do you guys think they'll put the next character here, here, or there? It has to be here.
No second guesses.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, this is like a new thing. That they have this like intro screen that looks really cool. I personally like it more than what they did in I personally like it more than the intro they did in Tokon. Tokon's intro is kind of shit. It's like way too long and really boring. Obviously, this is just a load screen though. But I like that it shows like the fuse down here and stuff like that too. Rank mode will be enabled on September 18th during the second week of closed beta. Rank progress will reset after closed beta ends. Yeah, that's the problem with the subathon. We got to make it to the ranked start. Cosmetics. What the fuck? It's just... I personally really like these little things. I'm a fan of the lobby as far as the lobby goes. I just wish you could also training mode, you know? But I do think this menu is very snappy. Oh, here's all the colors. I can't believe there's a pot color, man. Different emotes. Oh, yeah. Thing that a lot of people don't know, you can change like your intro, like before it goes like, get ready, go. If you hold taunt during the start of the match, then you actually do the taunt before the match starts. Dude, this color actually looks like crazy detailed, no? Like the fact that it has like all these things. Like it shifts color here and stuff like that. I'm really surprised by how good Blitz looks. Like I think he looks so much better than Vi. And a lot of the other characters. Super impressed by them. Closed beta will have several types of cosmetics available. During closed beta, there are no champion skills available. And only credits, a currency that you can re-earn from completing missions, can be used to buy cosmetics. There's nothing you can buy with real money. This is an interesting choice. I think this is interesting because it means that if the game flops, they make no money of it, right? If somehow the game just dies before it gets a full launch, they make zero money because a lot of people buy skins the first day, right? Before they even know if they like the game or not. So I think this speaks to that maybe a little bit that they're confident that they're going to support the game long term. They have some faith that even if the game gets off to a rocky start due to like small roster or whatever, or they'll keep it going for a long time. And also because of the resets, of course. I respect it in general. There's a lot of games that like don't have anything, right? And then they just like they make you buy a lot of shit, and then when the game actually launches, or maybe it never launches, right? And then, you know, I like that it seems confident, even though I personally would have loved to buy skins and they just have them transfer over. I guess you could also argue that this would be a way for people to like save, so they could buy, you know, the pool party Ahri in beta, and then when the game fully launches, they buy something else instead. It's a bad decision, IMO. Skins are fun too. I think the game is going to do better than you guys think because there's so many people here that like, I want to spend money on $20 skins. Why don't you let me spend money on $20? Like, that actually is a pretty good sign, I think. Do you think Fuse will allow a lot of different strategies to win, or not enough characters? I think to some degree. I don't think Psychic and Juggernaut will be like actually viable, but early on they might be viable just to make the game simpler. I also think there are clear differences with like a double down team versus a freestyle team and stuff like that. I hope it's balanced so that you can actually run like different playstyles and not just like, if you run Blitz Ekko, you can't use double down. You gotta use freestyle. If you run Ahri Blitz, you have to run double down, stuff like that. But so far, the fuses have been pretty freeform. There's not a ballad pass either in closed beta. That's weird. Chromas. Every champion in closed beta will have a variety of chromas to choose from. Chromas change the champion's color palette. Player cards. They're a new way to express yourself and will be visible on your player profile. You can earn them in champion mastery rewards, equip them in cards in the title section of the collection tab. Stages. Oh, you unlock stages? In closed beta, the Bridge of Progress, Scuttler Strand, Spirit Hills, and the Brazen Hydra stages are unlocked by default. Annihilator's Reach is available for purchase from the stages section on the collection tab. You might have spotted a song stage in Blitzcrank gameplay trailer, but that won't be available just yet. Look out for future update. Okay, so it'll probably come at some point during closed beta. Yeah, I'm really excited. Look at the timer. Look at the timer. Before we get into core game, are you guys excited? Now that it's so close, are people mad? Are people dooming? Are people going, there's only 9 characters, I'm not even going to try it? Or are you guys going to, like, you know... I'm assuming most people in this chat room are excited because, you know, it's a 2SKO stream, reading patch notes. I feel so, like, oh my god, I'm like, it needs to come out. I'm so scared for it fails. But I'm really excited too. I just hope it's not gonna be shit, you know. I have faith it won't die. But we don't know, right? We don't know. It's very interesting how much how many people I see who are excited for this game because of the token beta. Because the token beta actually somehow made people more hyped for 2SKO. I've seen like basically no one, I'm not playing 2SKO. Fuck this. I'm just waiting for Tokon. Almost everyone's saying like, nah, I'm like, even if you're more excited for 2SKO, if you're more excited for Tokon, I think everyone's like, yeah, at least I have 2SKO to play until Tokon. Yeah, for some people, it seemed like they had made out Tokon to be this like imaginary game, and now that they've played it or just watched it, and they realize that, wait, this game is like made for casuals, number one. They realize that, oh wait, maybe 2SKO is also good in some ways, and Tokon isn't like a magical perfect game that somehow is no flaw. I don't know. It's really silly. I think that dooming after the Tokon beta is also silly. You know? But there's a lot of people who you would talk to and they would just like you could hear it in them that like, no, Tokon is just like no issues whatsoever. Like Tokon got people hype about an Arxis game, forgetting that it's an Arxis game, you know? Yeah, it'll be very interesting for the casual people, like, or the semi-casual people that are like, Tokon's more my style. I don't mind the auto combos. I don't mind the limitations or the characters feel similar. I still like Tokon more because I like Marvel more than League, or I like the Dragon Ball mechanics more than the 2SKO mechanics, right? I'm really curious if those people play 2SKO while waiting for Tokon, because obviously if you're trying to compete in Tokon, you're obviously playing 2SKO because they are very similar in a lot of ways, even though they differ in, you know, like 4v4 and a lot of design philosophy. I'm going to be curious to see if once Tokon releases, if they don't increase the options and the, you know, like the freedom in the game, if there's going to be this part of people who are like, I thought I was okay with auto combos and like simple combos, but now that I've played another team game, it's really hard to go back type of vibe. Or are people just going to be like, thank God, you know, I don't have to deal with this shit anymore? I think it will be a combination of both. And I think very often the people that think they're going to be the one type of guy might be the other type of guy. Yeah, 2SKO does also have auto combos and a lot of accessibility options. I personally really prefer how 2SKO does it. We'll probably talk more about this during the Tokon review, but I much prefer the way 2SKO and Street Fighter 6, for example, does it with Modern, where they're not like cutting off the depth of the game just to make it easier for casuals. They're not like neutering like, oh, every assist is the same, every character plays the same in like 90% of ways, just so that anyone can pick any character. I like it much more when it's like, you want to play easy? Here's the Modern option. Here's auto combos, or here's pulse. You know, you can enable auto combos in 2SKO, or you can disable them completely. you can run Juggernaut to only play one character, or you can play sidekick, or you can play duos, or you can go full out, play freestyle, and have a shit ton of options. I much prefer that type of thing where you can just select how easy you want to make the game. But I do admit that 2SKO will still have some people where the game is just too hard. And the heavy restrictions that they do in Tokon, where they don't let anyone do long combo or like unique combos. They don't make it, I think some of those are actually necessary just to make 4v4 work, because you do have to have 4 characters. So playing one character only viable is necessary so people don't bounce off. It's definitely easier to get started in 2SKO than GGST, I think. Some people are just used to 1v1 games though, so those might not have it, but yeah. I guess we'll see. I think duos is the secret sauce that this game has. I still don't get why they're not pushing it more. I think when you guys watch me and Noon do our tournament run again, if you weren't here for it before, like I'm gonna be running a lot of duos during the subathon. I think it's peak fucking content. It's so fucking fun. It is so fucking fun. Like, I don't think you guys realize how fun it is. So many people, they're like, I don't really like teaming up with people. You do it once and you're like, holy shit, why has no fighting game ever thought about this before? That's actually one of the things, like, dude, when 2SKO beta goes down and duos disappear, that's like an experience you can't get anywhere else. Like, you can never run duos in another game. Multiverse is already dead, so you can't even do it in that game. Yeah, but so the Smash duos and the Dragon Ball duos and all the stuff, they never had the functionality it needed. Do you care about how tournaments decide to do duos or not? They're just going to do mixed. I'm convinced. There's going to be, I think tournaments will do mixed, and then they will do certain tournaments where only duos can enter. I think that's the way. If we find out that duos are better than singles, then I think there will be separate brackets for both. But I think as long as mixed is even remotely comparable, then it's just gonna be playing both, like mixed. But I think people will try to run everything. Like, this is a solo tournament, this is a duo tournament. Sucks for splitting prize money? I don't think so. You split prize money in a duo tournament anyway. $2v1 is really fun in tournament, yeah. I've already played it. Okay, core gameplay. If this is your first time hearing about 2SKO, avert your eyes. This section is super in-depth, and you should just log in and try the game out. If you have tried the game before and you're curious about what we've done since you last played, read on. Making a lot of changes to the game based on your feedback. In Alpha Lab 2, we noticed matches ran longer than desired, based on a few different factors, including the strength of defensive options, an abundance of break meter, high combo starter duration, and an ineffective combat mechanic. After Alpha Lab 2, it became clear that we needed to focus on 4 key areas to bring the gameplay experience to the level we were happy with. Here they are. Match pacing. To improve match pacing, we made changes to break meter, starting super meter, super damage, and combo starter duration, effectively upping damage across the entire board. Okay, so let's break these down further. You don't start with full burst. The first round, you start with 75% burst. You can't burst the first part of a combo. Starting super meter means you start with 1 meter. And also, meter no longer carries over per round. So if you're really behind, you don't have a reason to just save all your meter because the round is already lost. 2 separate code. We're going to do giveaways tomorrow. So I'm not going to, sorry, I can't let you buy a code, but, let's just say the subs will definitely be first priority on every giveaway. Offensive versus defensive option. In Alpha Lab 2, some defensive options didn't have direct counterplay. Yeah, like push, block, and roll. And others let the defender get away very easily. In light of that, we took a look at wake up rolls, push assist, and retreating guard and dashing. So dashing in general, backdashing is worse. Retreating guard goes shorter. That was very needed because it was super hard to call out. Push assist was like, this is push block basically. We just had no cooldown whatsoever. Wake up rolls were just, you couldn't throw them and they were faster, I think. Comeback potential. The above changes cost higher lethality overall, so comeback potential is more important than ever. We adjusted Fury and break meter generation to make sure matches are still anybody's game until the very end. Yeah, I think you basically get more meter when you die, when a character dies. Match engagement. During Alpha Lab 2, we noticed there were certain points in the match where players wouldn't interact. Whether we're waiting for one of their champions to heal or trying to build break or super meter, this pattern caused a lot of timeouts. To encourage getting into the fight, we changed gray health generation and super meter rules. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. We think we made strong strides in creating a more cohesive, engaging, and compelling system, but we know we won't get everything right immediately. We'll continue to monitor how balanced offensive and defensive mechanics feels. Movement effectiveness, please, thank God. I'm so happy they wrote this. Comeback potential and power levels of uses. You might notice even more changes to core gameplay when you're in game, but the section below covers a lot of them. I hope they go back on the movement stuff, man. I fucking hope they do. Please. Like, just a little bit. Just a bit more movement. A touch. And the I hope they add hard knockdown too. Please, dear God. It is really silly to only have restand and roll knockdown, to not have a hard knockdown in between is so weird. Super meter. Super meter resets between every rounds. By default, teams start each round with 1 bar of super. If you Juggernaut or Sidekick fuse, they start each round with 2 bars. Ooh. After a successful parry, damage scaling on the next hit is now slightly reduced. It'll deal a bit more damage than before. Low parry no longer applies damage scaling to the next hit landed. I think these are bad. I think parry is going to need heavy fucking nerfs. I think parry is completely overtuned right now. And it's just like, basically what it does is that, imagine you're doing a high-low mix-up, right? You're going high or low. High, you're not going to get max damage combo because you're doing like air dash JM and then you're confirming it. So you're not going to get max damage combo usually. You get a good hit from the high. But in general, lows do very low damage, right? Like 2, because you have to do 2L, 2M. You're not going to get a max damage combo. You're not going to get a DP punish. The problem is that if you low parry someone, not only is there no scaling, you also don't scale on the next hit afterwards. This is basically like heavy counter hit in Strive, stuff like that. And also you freeze them, so you can do like parry, charge 5 age. Basically, if you catch someone doing a high-low mix-up on you, you're extremely incentivized to be mashing parry higher low instead of just blocking higher low. It only costs 1 meter. You're probably not taking much more damage if they bait the parry. So why would you not try to parry higher low, right? There's a reason why perfect parry in Street Fighter 6 is so scaled. Yeah, exactly. I think parry's gonna have to get reworked at some point. Well, we'll see. I think it will turn into basically a thing where like I do a combo, I do a restand, and either they parry me and I die, or they don't hit the parry and they die. Like, I think that's a really stupid binary way of doing offense, because like you're just so incentivized to not run high lows and so much more incentivized to run like strike throw and stuff like that, because then you don't risk your entire life every single time. Break meter. Yeah, you now start at 75%. Break meter bonus when getting hit by long combos has been increased. This is good. I think they could go even harder with this. I personally would want people to do shorter combos when they don't have to. I think that's a cool thing about Strive, for example, that dropping your combos early to preserve wall or to not give your opponent 50 meter is common. It creates a lot of like tiny thing at high levels where you don't want to do the full combo. And I think it makes it so that a good player won't be shitting on a bad player by just hitting them with 30-second combo, hit again, 30-second combo, hit again, 30-second, you know, like, I think it's cooler if it's like, you know, like, okay, this time it was a 5-second combo, this time it was a 10, this time it was 2 hits, restand, you know. So I think break meter is a good way to balance this, but I think they could go even more. Break meter bonus no longer increases during handshake, tag, or cinematics. I didn't even know it did this. On champion KOs, no longer receives bonus 50% break meter. Yeah, this was crazy. Actually crazy. You got 50% break meter if your character died. Defense tools. Backdashing, jump blocking, retreating guard, and push block are all slightly less powerful. I hope they keep it to slightly and not massively. Like, because backdashing was massively worse in Evo build. I hope they like slightly push it back. But backdashing was only massively worse for Ekko and Darius. It wasn't massively worse for everyone. Pushback now has a longer cooldown. I wonder how long it is. And the pushback distance has been decreased. Another thing with pushback, by the way, is that it only pushes away one character. Before, if you had them sandwich, you would push away both. Right now, if 2 people are hitting someone in the middle, and this character does an attack, and they push block on this attack, this character gets pushed away, and this other one stays there. If you push block an assist, then the assist gets pushed away and so on. I think it's a much better way because it incentivizes you to actually look at the screen and be like, when do I push block? And when you're looking at the screen and thinking, when do I push block? That also gives the other opponent an ability to play with that timing. Like, okay, they're waiting for me to attack their block, to push block. So I'm just going to go for the throw right away. I'm going to go for the mix-up right away and not like true block string. Retreating guard travel distance has been decreased. Yeah, we mentioned this. All attacks from all attacks from assist champions are now mid attacks, i.e., assist can never be lower over. This is a really good change. You saw the problems in Tokon with this, where you can basically unblockable people with it. Counter hits now grant meter, a damage boost, and an additive hit stun. Okay, so counter hits matter more, basically. Interesting. So there might be like counter hit specific combos now. I kind of like that. Counter hit medium and heavy attacks now grant an untechable state against airborne opponents. Oh, okay. And counter hit L attacks now grant an additional area hit stun. I like this. I like so that you can't like super easily confirm a light, but it's easier to confirm mediums and heavies. Because that was really hard in the previous beta. Like just like hitting someone in the air and then converting was really fucking hard. Which further led people to just like jump around and do whatever. Fury Break has been buffed. Duration, chip damage from normal and special attacks, ground speed, and defense boost have all been increased. This might be scary. I don't want Fury Break to be the new X Factor, but we'll see. Oh, cross-up protection has now been reduced from 3 frames to 1 frame. This is fucking huge. So many characters could not mix in Alpha Lab 2 because the cross-up protection was too big. You basically let them jump out from every mix-up that was extra cross-up. Yeah, they buffed cross-up mix, basically, which I think is needed. 1 frame cross-up protection doesn't sound like much, but it is what Strive has, for example. But I think it's needed in this game because you have level 3s that you like just press S1 and S2, right? Like you're not choosing a direction. You have get up attack that hits both sides. You have parry that hits both sides. You can push block. Like I think it's just needed to make left right good. But cross-ups might be too good now. But I think if they're too good, I think it's better to address it by nerfing specific things rather than just making cross-up protection be high. Because it always feels really bad when you do a mix. Like you roll through with Ekko, you call the assist on the other side, and then it looks like a mix-up and it just isn't because you timed it 1 frame wrong. Like I think that's just silly, you know? So you want to keep that from happening as much as possible. Additional changes. Oh yeah, get up attack is now easier to push from airlock. This wasn't super hard before, but you probably get a slightly better punish now, which is nice. Additional changes. Gray health. Champion health, they can regenerate while tagged out, recover more slowly. Attacks generate generate less gray health overall. Super damage and minimum scaling. The floor for how much an attack can deal after being reduced by damage scaling has been increased. This is cool, I think, but I think this is very scary because we saw some really long high damage combos before, and I hope it's not going to be a TOD meta where you do, like TOD people. Like even semi-consistently. L and M attack duration. Damage reduction on hitting the same move repeated within one combo has been reduced. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Like hitting specifically the same move several times wasn't reduced. I hope this makes it so we can have some loops, you know, some loops. When assist champions take damage, 75% is dealt as gray health. The rest is unrecoverable. Previously, 100% of damage to assist champions was dealt as gray health. I think this might need to be even bigger because right now, calling an assist and like for your opponent to hit an assist that's out is really fucking risky because you could tag at any point. Throws deal more damage, have a longer recovery time, and cause a counter hit state on whip. Oh shit. Yeah, so you're gonna be. This is a way to nerf strike throw. That's interesting. I hope this this means that strike throw isn't too broken. If there's like counter hit specific combos too, you can do. Like you can jump and then do heavy and then like maybe land and do a charge heavy or something. Throwable bombs are more consistent. I saw on Twitter that this basically means that throw hurt boxes are more consistent. Throws now have a new visual effect to show the tech window more clearly. That's cool. Forward and air throws now cause hard knockdown. Ground and recovery rolls can now be thrown. I think this is a really big thing. I wish back throws, when you back throw someone rolling, it needs to be hard knockdown. It's so silly that like, let's say I have half health. I'm in the corner, I have half health, right? I'm knocked down in the corner. Throws don't do half health, right? And you're going to be at half health after most hits. If I roll out of the corner, if they back throw me into the corner, now I can, you know, they have no Oki, right? They've successfully chased my roll, but they have no Oki now. Or worse Oki at least. And I only take like 15, 20% damage. So it doesn't change how many hits I needed to take before I died, right? If you roll forward and get out, then you're out, right? But if you roll forward and then they throw you, but they throw you forward, now you're just mid-screen. So like, I don't know. I don't really like this. It makes it really fucking hard to punish rolls. The devs say basically that, oh, they think that we're going to get to a level where you'd never throw a roll. Me, a person who's played Guilty Gear Strive, knows that they will never, ever stop rolling, bro. There's no fucking way people will stop rolling, bro. People back their safe jumps on wake up for game every time. Every single time, man. And the game's been out for 5 years. You cannot teach a fucking blitz player to not roll out of the corner, man. I'm telling you that right now. It's not possible. You're never going to get to that level. You can get to that level maybe in like in a first to 10 with your friends. You're not going to get to that level in a first to 2 for money, right? It's not going to happen. Limit strike no longer causes hard knockdown. Yeah, I don't like this personally. I think hard knockdowns need to be in some form. I think it's really silly that devs think that like every knockdown being the same or similar is good. I think it makes the game feel very dull when every hit goes into the same Oki. And this is actually one of the worst things with Tokon too, that it felt like every hit was the same. It never felt like, oh, this is a 2K2D, this is an auto combo, this is a throw, Oki. Like everything was the same. Air throw landing recovery has been reduced. Air throw are now consistent across champions and hit slightly bound. Yo! Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go, man. This was such a stupid thing in the previous Alpha Labs. You would run up to someone and you would throw and you would go like this and they would be like 1 pixel behind you and you fucking died. Oh, that's really good. You can no longer handshake tag when a throw doesn't connect with an opponent. Also, completely needed, by the way. Completely needed. Chain dashing is easier. This is like, I think they nerfed wave dashing forward, but wave dashing backwards is still faster. Which I think is okay. I would have, there's still reason to wave dash forward because sometimes you want to stop your dash early. So I think it's fine that like max movement speed is not like some complicated input. It's just like pressing dash at a certain timing. I just hope that there's still, movement tech in general. Backdash travel distance have been reduced for all champions. I'm still really scared of this. I'm still really, I don't like this. I don't like how it feels. I think the way you change the game is to make forward dashes faster, not by nerfing backwards movement. Like, I think you can nerf backwards movement a bit, but if moving backwards feels like you're a slug, then I think you failed. And I think they went too far on this on the Evo build. So I really hope they pulled it back slightly so that, Darius and Ekko feel like they should. Jump start has been slow from 3 to 4 frames. This is also really good. It was extremely easy to jump. I honestly think 4 might still be too low, but we'll see. In general, it's really like they're hitting a lot of good spots. They're hitting a lot of good changes. I think there's some things with the backdash change and the hard knockdown change that I don't like, but overall, this is like fire changes. So much better than Alpha Lab 2. And with how open they seem to be about suggestions, I really do think that we're gonna have a fire game in like 2 months' time, like an actual really great game already. That's my hope, at least, but we'll see. Okay, timing restriction double down has been removed. You can now enter double down at any time during the point character super. Ooh. I wonder if you can make like super and then giga delay and then super again. Yo, Steel Cam, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you. This goes towards me getting bald. 1 sub closer to baldness. Juggernaut Fuse has been buffed. While using Juggernaut, gain more break meter on a clean hit. Pushback now costs break meter instead of super meter. And push blocking pushes both champions. Ew. On an eject clean hit, the Juggernaut player will recover a small amount of gray health. The ejected opponent will lose a large amount of gray health. Okay, so the Juggernaut snap is better. I think it's fine to buff Juggernaut. It was dog shit in the previous version, so I think it's fine. I hope that a lot of people will come together and wish for more movement. I really, 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 really hope that. I think Tokon showed just how much people want movement. Chat, we all need to work together to support male baldness. Real. When I used push block and retreating guard, we're going to go through this in a bit. Okay. Quality of life. When landing attack, press medium dash. Okay, will now properly result in a parry or dash rather than an attack. Okay. Yeah, parry was like slightly bugged and dash was slightly bugged, so it's cool. You can now enter training mode directly from an online lobby by opening the menu. This also works when in a duo. Doing this will remove you from the lobby you're in. I think these changes are terrible. When queue times are long, our matchmaking system will look for opponents from other lobbies. If you find a match this way, you'll see a hologram from your opponent's avatar in your lobby. 1, this means there's no training mode matchmaking. That is really bad. That is really fucking stupid. If the queue times are long at high levels of ranked, I will just have to sit and run around the lobby, bro. Like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Right? The fact that it says doing this will remove you from the lobby you were in. You can now enter the casual or ranked lobby directly from the training mode by opening the menu. This also works on duo. This doesn't mean you can search while in training mode, guys. This means that when you're in training mode, you can press a button that takes you out of training mode and gets you to the ranked lobby. It's so awful. It's so fucking... I can't... This is the one thing, more than any other, that I cannot believe they are sticking to. I cannot fucking believe this. They will... Like, I think there will be so much public outcry about this. But I will have to suffer with this shit for, like, so long until they implement this. Because... Remember, guys, I'm going to be best player in EU or near the top of EU, highest rank in EU, and then I'm going to have to sit like 30-minute queues just like staring at the fucking screen. No, they don't have Strive Tower, guys. One, the lobby works better. Way better. It's like a different thing. But two... In Strive lobby, you can queue from training mode. Honestly, skill issue, but reverse, yeah. Like, I also don't like this, that when queue times are long, our matchmaking system will look for opponents from other lobbies. I wish they just, like, did it faster. This is a matter of time, though, but, like, it literally says long. Queue on EU, lab on NA, I guess. Yeah, I'll have to fucking run a, like, virtual instance where I can play lab. I really feel like they're gonna get so much pushback on this and they're gonna change. They have thankfully said that they're open to change on this, but like, yeah, I think they really just want to make that feeling of like running around the lobby and forcing social interaction. I might be wrong, honestly. Maybe this will make for a more fun game. Like, because you're always gonna see people running around, you're gonna be talking to people more than you're gonna be labbing. And they probably have some stats saying that people quit the game, like they keep playing more when they're social, and they stop playing when they lab. And casuals never lab anyway. Known bug. If you enter training mode, yeah. So right now it's like bugged. You have to go enter the training mode while already in the lobby. The controls menu has been completely revamped. Remapping controls should take less time across any compatible peripheral. Yeah, the controls menu was way better when I tried it at Evo. Way, way better. In-game play reporting is now enabled. Let's go! It can be accessed from the avatar interaction menu in lobbies, match history, and social panel, and chat messages. In-game player blocking is now enabled. Let's go! It can be accessed. Okay. I will say, if there's any lobby that's forced on you, I'm really happy it's this one. I did really enjoy the lobbies too in 2SKO. I just wish that I could sit in training mode in a lobby and then have it be like a little screen, see that how the lobby looks around me or something. Or like be in the lobby and then have the chat still up. Like the lobby chat up, right? Or, you know, like so that people can see there that I'm sitting there labbing. Dude, oh, yeah, we got to do a 2SKO avatar drip contest. That's a good idea. That's a good fucking idea. It would be funny if you could spectate people labbing, yeah. Dress to impress. Yeah, it's going to have to be like a week 1 thing, though, because if it's too early, then it just won't be live. Like, you won't have enough skins. Okay, champion adjustments. We want to increase champion power levels to ensure that offense stays strong and neutral remains interesting. Generally, champions now form stronger mix-ups and are more interesting decisions to make when on offense and neutral. Dude. Okay. The changes listed below are not exhaustive. There are adjustments to heart boxes, hit boxes, meter, and minimum scaling or damage to encourage more interesting routing. We'll be going over those in detail in future patch notes, but you all forgot how much damage Braum's mid-air S2 did anyway, right? It's so fucking refreshing to fucking have a developer that talks to you like you're a fucking person who plays fighting games. Like, it's so unbelievably rare that they don't just have like, we wanted to increase the damage and the like badly translated Japanese or like some vague shit. It's like, oh my god, dude, they just like tell you what they actually want to do. The rigidity has been increased. I'm so happy, man. The communication has been so good recently. Dude, the tech and patch notes are so bad. So bad. Ahri. Really happy with the R change we made for Alpha Lab 2. So we're keeping her mostly the same in closed beta. Yeah, I agree. We made some quality of life adjustments. Made Charm level 2 super. Or level 3, actually. And Stalking Dart more reliable and turn a few knobs on our air power level. Air normals have received hitbox adjustments. Their mid-air M is slightly worse. Yeah, this button was a god normal. Mid-air H is slightly better. Yeah, that one felt really weird to use. Mid-air down H is more stable and more consistent with visuals. Another thing you can do now is, so basically her down heavy was like broken in Alpha Lab 2 because it was it's the move that hits cross up. It goes like this, like backwards, like she does like a sweep below her. And in Alpha Lab 2, it literally had a hitbox like at, the entirety of it. And now it's kind of like, it's like slightly shorter in front. It still hits in front, but it hits slightly worse in front than backwards. So, which is good because you're supposed to use it when you're going to cross up and not when you're, just air dashing mindlessly. It's really stupid, I think, when you're just IDing, and like you always do the same button regardless of where, like you don't have to look at the screen. This also, by the way, lets her cross up way better because it hits so fast now on the cross up. So she can cross up with ID J2H, and then before she lands, get a JH and then do dash up. So she feels a lot better, a lot snappier. Stalking Dart. This is the fireball that she sets like on the ground, and then it waits for a long time, and then it pops up. Let me actually pull up Ahri so I can show you guys this. Stalking Dart. Yeah, it's this one. Before, this one would like follow you in the air. Oh shit, I'm like kind of covering it. I have to move. Dude, every time I look at the timer and the timer's lower, I'm happier. We're so close, chat. We're so fucking close, bro. So many fucking years of strive. So many years. I can't believe it. Yeah, so this move keeps you grounded now, so it's easy to confirm off, but it doesn't track in the air. And before, this move would actually stay on hit too, which is giga cringe. Like giga fucking cringe. You guys don't understand how cringe it was because people didn't figure it out early enough, but I saw the vision and it's like it was so bad. It was so fucking bad. I'm trying to figure out how to like show this later. Let's do it like this. So I make sure that for the next thing I actually show all of this text. Wild Flares S2. Knuckles with Tumble State. Yeah, this is like wall slump, basically. This move. It has this unique knockdown now, which lets you do like, it lets you trigger the wall slump, or sorry, the wall bounce limit strike if you do it twice or after a ground bounce. And in general, like it makes it a little bit different combo wise, but it's in general, it's a buff. It's a buff in general. Sent me a DM of graphic update. I think we probably have too many. And right now there's two texts that just say sub goal. We should probably move the tier list to later as well. You also don't have Twist Kyo Tattoo on there. For 400, you could just put like code giveaway, stuff like that. But you should probably make that text a little bit bigger. I think take away the secret 10k subs shave eyebrows. And just like make it cleaner. Young P, thanks so much for the sub already. Holy. Yo, what's up, Kumar? Are you gonna watch 2XQ at all? We need every mod we can get, man. We need every mod we can get. Every mod needs to everyone needs to band together to run my stream. No, you don't. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let me open it. I'll be quiet. I'll be quieter. Band together to band together. Bounce. Startup has been reduced. Oh yeah, this is the overhead. Bounce. This is much faster. You can see how slow it is here. So that's cool. It's like closed beta, but everyone's going to be in it. And we're going to be giving away codes and shit tomorrow. Sorry, I spaced out. Charm has a new cinematic. It can be used in the air. I didn't actually know this. And it now pierces projectiles, pierces assist in other projectiles. That's cool. Because before you would just hit other projectiles and then it will lose. Blitz, they're brand new. No change to report, but we didn't want them to feel left out. Braum. Braum was in a pretty good spot, but reversal command grab down S1 was clearly going to be a problem. We slowed command grab significantly and reduced his health. In return, his overhead is much faster and his normals are a bit better. That's cool, because his overhead was really bad. It was going to be really bad when you couldn't use it for the unblockables. Health has been slightly reduced. Yeah, his health was so fucking high. The recovery is smaller, which is actually really big for these moves because they also have armor when you power up. Braum should be the strongest and proactive teammate, but his neutral was a bit too risky to try on his own. The overhead startup has been reduced. Fight Mighty One startup has been significantly increased. Okay. Unbreakable version now crosses crumple. Okay. Darius. We give Darius a projectile to give him more interesting ways to play neutral and pressure the opponent. His projectile was kind of mid, honestly. But we'll see. Maybe they buffed it after Evo. As the rest of the roster developed around Darius, we felt those aspects of his game were a bit flat. Health was slightly reduced. This is good too. He had way too much health. Cut down, which is an overhead. Let's go to Darius. Yeah, this is the new animation, I think. That's a harder animation. It's harder to read. It's not actually faster. Let the reaction war begin. I actually think this one is easier to react to, but we'll have to see. Sounds good, Kumar. It's cancelable into supers. Ooh, that's cool. I like stuff like that, like one button confirming an overhead into super. Grievous Wheel. Previously down S2 has been moved to down forward S2 and now it's a shockwave projectile. This makes it harder to match Darius' safe reversal on defense. To safely match Darius' reversal on defense while making room for his new projectile. I think that's a really good change. Holding straight down and or down back even, and then just slamming assist is now a lot worse. Really cool change. When playing on the Noxus stage, additional soldier NPCs will spawn in the background. This is also a really cool change. Slight. Ekko, my boy. The boy savior. It's my favorite fighting game character of all time in Alpha Lab 1. And after they gutted his movement, I don't know where to play him. So I need these changes to be good. The change to forward throw and air throw helped Ekko's knockdown game a lot. But the difference between Ekko scores a hard knockdown, versus when Ekko makes the opponent block was too high. Okay, so this seems like they're doing changes after Evo. That's cool. Tangle Timeline, which is the S2 super, like his cancel super, helps a lot with soft knockdown, but his on-block pressure wasn't strong enough. Yep, I agreed. All of Ekko's mixed options are now significantly stronger against the blocking opponent. Ooh, that sounds scary. Mid-air, jumping heavy now pulls in the ground opponents on block. I wonder if this is charge heavy, because before charge heavy pulled them in. I hope only just regular heavy charges them in now. Flip it, 3M now. Startup has been reduced. Yeah. This one was 22 frames in the Alpha Lab. Another really big thing about this, by the way, is that the medium. So you see here, right? The medium counter hits now cause more hit stun, which means that if you hit someone throw teching or mashing on this, you actually get a combo. It's actually a really big change. Really big change to specifically this move and other jumping overheads, which I think this is the only one. These are a combination of Alpha Lab 2 changes and other changes. Attempt 37. I love this name. Has a brand new cinematic. Yeah, this cinematic is sick now. It's not as good as the Ahri super, I think, but it's still good. Wait, this is the old one. Wait, no? Yeah, it's a new one. I love that it's like pretty short, but it's still like good. Because it's already really long because he like fake gets hit here, right? He gets hit and it's like, wait a minute. Hollow purple? Kinda, yeah. Charge Chrono Strike. Forward S2 now passes through the opponent's on block and is now -1 on block. Wanted to give Ekko more sauce and decided that enabling this was both really fun and had adequate counterplay with retreating guard, team push block, and reversal throw. Yeah. So before, this move was like when charged was +1 on block, but didn't charge, but didn't cross up. It only crossed up on hit. See here, like it would cross up on hit. I like that it's consistent between the two now, and I think it might be better overall. Because now it's going to be... So you're going to be able to do this move, right? Where you cross up on block. And then, yeah, you're -1, but you're not -1 if you cancel it. So you teleport back to the clone and then hit them with left, right, you know? I think that's really cool. But yeah, with retreating guard and team push block and reversal throw, you're still going to be able to counterplay this. The reason they put up reversal throw, I didn't get this for a bit. And it's because you're only -1, right? Being -1 means that every character with a slow jab, which is Jinx, Illaoi, Braum, Darius, and Blitz, 5 out of 9 characters, would essentially be minus, they couldn't match. Like if Ekko did a -1 and then he pressed 5L, then they would actually get counter hit if they press jab, right? Like they still will. So now those slower characters actually have to mash grab, which obviously has less reward than a jab. And obviously the grab can be baited too. So I think that's really cool. Very interested to see how like retreating guard affects this. but it seems very fun. You can maybe even meaty with this move now. Chrono Break S2 is not safe on block. Wow, I think this was always safe on block in Alpha Lab 2. Oh, sorry, Alpha Lab 1. Like this follow-up, but maybe it wasn't actually. Hold back to move back. What is this in all caps? Damn, I'm getting so excited for Ekko, man. Maybe he's back. Face dive now. Oh, this is a roll. Now passes through the opponent corner. Oh yeah, I think this is really good, but maybe a little cringe. The fact that this crosses up in the corner, bro. You guys thought you had it bad. You thought you had it bad with Happy Chaos roll. You guys thought Happy. I've seen the comments. Happy Chaos roll is the most broken mix-up tool of all time. Happy Chaos. Nah, bro. Yeah. I'll take Dota soon. Ekko might just be back, guys. Time Winder no longer hits knockdown opponents. Previously, Time Winder hitting knockdown opponents made Ekko's more advanced combos drop based on slight timing differences. And this move OTG was never a good situation for Ekko. This change makes his combos more stable and leads to further frustrating drops. This is a really cool change. This also means that you can air throw someone down and then do the air fireball and then have it like meaty them. Yeah, 222 viewers. It's pretty crazy considering I think other people are also streaming. Like I think Sagem is streaming to SKO too. Maybe, okay, not anymore. Maybe the subathon will live. Maybe we'll make it through the first day. Illaoi. Illaoi's gameplay was a little linear. Agreed. She was doing the medium, crouching medium, and Riptide, which is her like Rekka. Let me show you the Rekka. Where is it? No, it's not that. This one. Riptide. Shout out to Zane. Yeah, this shit was so broken. And you also have the follow. Which was a bit too similar to Darius. To get her tentacles involved, more involved, we took power away from medium and forward S1 and invested it in making down S2 chargeable, which gives Illaoi a full screen option so she's always a threat. Yeah, this is a really good move, by the way. She actually cannot zoning. Very good changes in general, but I don't know if it's enough to make it interesting. Health has been slightly reduced. Damn, they're actually kind of nerfing the big bodies more than I thought. Except for Blitz, I guess, who we don't know how much health they have. So medium, crushing medium, and Riptide have been nerfed by reducing distance traveled and increasing the amount of time that hurt boxes linger. Illaoi shouldn't rely on these moves so zealously. Dude, like these patch notes are so good, man. Thank God, bro. They're calling Illaoi players carried. In the notes, man. Harsh Lesson S2 startup has been reduced. Yeah, this is the overhead. Again, this needs to be nerfed because of buffed because you can't use it with tag out anymore. From the depths down S2 can now be charged to have. Yeah, this is the move you saw, which tracks the opponent's position, summons a technical on contact. I think you get a combo too if it hits, even full screen, like a tiny one. So it's really cool. Jinx zoning tools were overshadowed by the strength of fish bones in the air. Yep. You literally only did the jumping fish bones. You literally only did... Not this one. This one. And she was very boring because of that. Rather than nerf fish bones, remember we're trying to make champs stronger. We made improvements to fly, clap, beat, fly, flame chompers, and charge fish bones. Interesting. Okay, so... This was better. And you can like influence this one. And it was which one? Charges too. Oh yeah, that one's hella fast now. Shit. That's really cool. Flame Chompers. Wait, which one was Flame Chompers again? Interesting. Okay, I wonder how they're changed. Watch your head is slightly faster, not cancelable into special hit. Yep, this is her overhead. Yeah, it's still not like real mix, but you'll catch people with it more now. It's like a 24 frame overhead, I think. It's slightly worse than Ekko. Fly, Clappy Fly, and Flame Chompers now have less recovery. Clappy Monkey Bomb and Chompers Bomb with Teeth were powerful, but it was hard to justify using them over jump back fish bones. These changes make Clappy and Chomper more useful in neutral and to open up more combat applications. This is cool. I hope you can actually use these stuff on Oki now. That would make Jinx a lot more fun. Clappy will no longer trigger on knockdown opponents, and if it happens to occur, it will OTG. This is cool. We want Clappy to help your combos, not hurt them. Yeah, exactly. This is very annoying when it happened before. Flame Chompers cannot hit until landing and activating. The tossed version took up too much space for the impact it has on contact, especially in her assist. Yeah, that assist was kind of crazy. Flame Chomper assists now use the kick version of the Chompers as opposed to the toss version. This increases Jinx corner pressure, mix-up potential, and being able to juggle Chompers mid-screen allow for more team play interactions. Yeah, this is actually really cool because this assist can actually be hit with your teammates. Like Ekko here can 2L it and it will jump up. It's a very fun assist to use. Yeah, I'm so excited to figure out teams now. You can now hold forward or back during Fishbone's hop to adjust the launch arc. Yeah, this was a really cool one. You can like slight jump now instead of like fully left or right. And it's just faster in general. So unique movement options. Her S2 super now hits OTG. This is really, really good because you can actually forward throw into super. Oh yeah, this is the line I used for you. We're happy with Yasuo's game plan, but it was a bit too honest when making the opponent block. Yasuo's mix-up is much better now, particularly when solo and Turbulent Wind has a new visual effect on behavior. Face the wind. Let's go Yasuo bros. Sweeping Blade, charge startup has been reduced, and it now steals corner. Recovery of Calm, down as one. Movement follow-ups. Sever Step and Updraft has been reduced. Okay, so this means... Let's put up Yasuo. Dude, look at how many options he has from his stance. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, so this one's way faster now. And Updraft, the hop, is shorter. Which really makes him a lot more fun. He looks even shorter than the Evo build that I played. That's cool. So interested in Yasuo and Ekko from these changes. Turbulent Wind. Projectile has received visual and behavior cleanups to address weird edge cases. Yeah, this one was generally nerfed. By the way, it looks faster here than it was during Evo, actually. Like a lot. I might be wrong on this, but yeah. Before you could like jump and do this instantly and it would hit the ground too. It was really oppressive. And it seems like you can't do that anymore. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Windwall and Turbulent Wind. So the Whirlwind now hits OTG. Cool new routes, yeah. I wonder how you're gonna use this though. Because this one hitting OTG is hard. Wait, I guess, yeah, the follow-up. Yeah, you can see the fireball here. I didn't think the fireball went so far. Dude, part of me is like, dude, I want to frame count Darius fireball. And then I realize, for what? In 20 hours, we're just going to have the frame data, bro. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. Okay. Launcher adjustments. Down heavy forward movement range has been decreased and recovery has been increased. This is a very strong button which sometimes failed in its primary intended use case, anti-air. Both should be more in line now. Yeah, that makes sense. It was like a good block string in the Evo build, so that's probably been nerfed. Vi. People loved Vi at Ekko, and we agree. We left the core kit alone and tuned damage and blast shield's combo ability to put her more in line with the rest of the champions. Don't worry, she still hits like a truck. Okay, I think Vi's still going to be broken then. Because she wasn't just good because of damage. Vi damage at Evo was pretty well. We normal set damage, particularly around normals, footwork, Creator Maker, which are OTG, and Creator Maker assist. Okay. Blast Shield. Yeah, this is our counter. All right, we're going to go through all of Vi's moves later, but I'll just show you the counter. I wonder if we can find more moves. Oh, wait. Where's the counter? Blast Shield. I wonder if we can find more changes by looking through these videos, because I've noticed some more changes already by just going through every move. The intended follow-up is now super. Okay, that's good. It was really silly you could counter and then get a full combo. It's unnerfed in this clip, really? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. Interesting. Some videos have been updated and some others haven't. Maybe you have that Oki though and you just can't hit them with anything but super. That could be it. Footwork, hook L was too strong in neutral with too little recovery. It now has more recovery. Yeah, this shit was so broken. Like, insanely. Like, it went like half screen and it had like no recovery and was safe on block. And the overhead version can now be anti-aired properly with down to H. Okay. Really good changes so far. The only real bad change is like not having trade mode matchmaking still. And I'm afraid of the backdash nerfs and removing hard knockdown. But overall, this is like 20 good changes, 3 bad ones, which has never been like, we have never gotten just 3 bad changes with an Arxis patch. So like, I'm really happy. And the communication seems great. Obviously, there looks to be way more changes that they didn't even include. And I know more changes that were just in the Evo build. So really, really excited to try the full game out tomorrow. And stay tuned for more. Sub, like, all that shit. Tune into Subathon. Peace.